We all love camping, but during the heat of the summer, it can just be way too hot. With sweltering temperatures in your tent reaching over 100 degrees, it can be quite dangerous. And no amount of Otter Pops will ever keep you cool. But I have a solution for you. The DIY Turbo Force AC Ice Cooler. With just a little bit of ice and a flick of a switch, your days of sweating profusely are over. And now, you can enjoy the comfort of your tent once again, thanks to the Turbo Force AC Ice Cooler. Alright, in today's video, we're going to be putting this DIY air conditioner cooler to the test. We're going to see if we can actually make the temperature inside this tent drop to a comfortable level just by using ice and air. This is a very easy project. You only need 3 items. You need a cooler, a fan, and some sort of vent. So what I'm going to do is kind of show you guys exactly how I built this really quick, and then we will put it to the test. All right, let's do it. Okay, so let me show you guys how I made this. It's really simple. All you need is a cooler, a fan, and a vent. You probably have some of these things at home, so it's not going to cost you much to do. First, you need to figure out where you're going to put your fan. Once you have that location, go ahead and just mark it out. Then I just took a drill, drilled it down, and cut it out with a jigsaw. I'm sure you could use scissors of some sort or whatever to cut the plastic. If you have a jigsaw though, it makes it a lot easier. So while you're cutting the hole, you kind of want to make it at an angle so that when you put your fan in there, it'll just sit right inside. It won't fall through. Now we just got to figure out where we're going to put our vent. Once you have a location, do the same thing. Just mark it out, drill a hole, and cut it out. Now I opted for a little drier vent, but you can also just get a plain old galvanized elbow. That'll work just fine too. All that's left to do now is to seal up the fan. Throw a nice bead of caulk around it, let it cure, and you're good to go. And that's it. Very simple and easy to do. Throw some ice in there, flick on the switch, and you've got some cold air. Okay, so we have started the test. We are inside the tent. All the windows are closed right now. Everything is sealed up. And we have an indoor temperature of 116 degrees and an outdoor temperature of 98 degrees Fahrenheit. So I've got 2 bags of ice in the cooler, and we will see if we can actually drop the temp. And we've dropped it by 1 degree so far. So we are going to test the air temperature coming out of the cooler with an infrared thermometer. Now your air conditioner at home is going to be at least 20 degrees lower than the temperature inside the house. So if it's 80 degrees inside the house, you want your air conditioner to be putting out at least 60 degree temperatures. At least that's what's supposed to happen. So we're going to test this just to see what kind of temperature we're getting out of here. I'm not sure how accurate this is going to be, but we'll give it a shot. So I've got some drastic measurements there. Let's see if I can point this in one steady spot. So it looks like we're getting about 70 degree air coming out of here. Looks like a solid 70 degrees. So it's doing pretty good. It's actually doing pretty good. Now I don't think this is going to be something that you're going to do during the heat of the day. I think that this air conditioner cooler is really going to be great for like the temperature inside the tent when you come in and you want to bed down and go to sleep. So you're going to want to bring that temperature down a little bit, because usually that's the complaint that I get from family, is just so hot. I can't sleep. It's too hot to go camping right now. But if you could get this air conditioner cooler to drop the temperature in the tent just a little bit to make it more comfortable for the kids and the wife to go to sleep, then that's a win for me. So that's what we're testing this for. I was curious though to see how I could battle these really hot temperatures with the sun just beating down on the tent. Ideally what you would want is you'd want your tent under some shade. So that's step number 1 when you're going camping. Find a place that's nice and shady. That's where you're going to want to put your tent. As long as all the trees above are nice and solid, you don't have any widowmakers, that's what I would do. And then an air conditioner cooler. So I'm gonna let this sit here for a little bit and I'll check back in with you guys here in a little while. All right, so we're checking in. We're at 111 degrees now, down from 116. Now the air is actually kind of warm coming out of here because, well, the ice is all but melted so far. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add 4 bags of ice, maybe a little bit of water and salt, and see if we can make a freezing slurry of some sort. And if we can get those air temperatures to drop even further than what we have now, maybe we'll be able to change the temperature in here a little bit better, but I don't think we're going to, you guys. I don't know if it's possible, but it's just a test. Wow, I can already tell a difference in the temperature of that air. I think having way more ice in there, it's up towards the top now. The fan's just being able to come right across there with a little bit of ice, water, and a little bit of salt. It creates a slurry of like, it gets way colder that way. I don't know the science behind it. Maybe somebody does, but for some reason, ice, water, salt creates just freezing temperatures with ice. All right, let's check the air temperature on that. So it looks like we're in the 40s. That's nice right there. Yeah, I can tell a difference, big difference in that. The time is currently 4:29 in the afternoon, so we've still got a lot of sun and it's a hot part of the day. It feels good sitting in front of it though. I think that's a win right there in itself, that this is like a personal cooler for you. So I'll get back to you guys here in a little bit. We'll keep monitoring the temperature, see what happens. The time is 5:45 in the afternoon. We are down to 104 degrees in the tent. Outdoor is 94 degrees Fahrenheit. So, hey, we're 10 degrees difference there. That's not too bad. So we've got plenty of ice in there still. It actually looks like it's a huge ice block now. It's kind of crazy. And it's still putting out some really good temperatures. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to hang this thermometer right where I'm sitting right now. The fan's blowing on me. We'll see if we can drop the temperature even further. We're down to 103 right now. So we'll just hang it there and I will check back in with you guys here in a little bit. All right, it is update time. It is 7 o'clock in the evening and we have a temperature of 82 degrees in the tent and we're down to 91 degrees on the outside. We finally beat the outdoor temperature. That's awesome. Now I just added a couple of bags of ice to this. I'm feeding the AC there and it's pumping out some really cold air now. It feels really good. I mean, just sitting here, I actually am a little chilled. Probably because I've been sweating in this tent all day. So now this is really the time where this thing shines. I mean, the sun's starting to go down. We've got some shade on the tent. It's like the perfect time. I think that's exactly what this is designed for, like I've already said. You're in the evening now, you're gonna be hanging out maybe in your tent, maybe the bugs are getting bad, so you come to your tent to relax and just cool off, you know? And I think that's exactly what this is gonna be great for. So I'm excited about it. I think it's a win, I really do. I think this thing's awesome. Now there's a ton of different designs. This is probably the simplest one you can make. I use crushed ice. I think it would be better with a big old block of ice. But the slurry works. I mean, it really does. It puts out some cold air. So who's gonna use this? I think a family, you know, going camping to a campground that's got hookups and stuff like that. Maybe your wife or your kids just cannot sleep when it's super hot out. I think that's what this is designed for. And I think it's gonna actually work really well for our family because yeah, that's one of the complaints. So for about, I don't know how much this cost me. I'll put the tally right down below here. It wasn't that expensive. And a lot of you guys probably have some of these things just sitting around the house. So a bag of ice and some power, and you've got yourself some cold air. I think that's awesome. So yeah, I consider this a win. I'm definitely digging it. So what should we do in the future? Did you guys like this video? You want to see more like this? Give it a thumbs up. If I get a ton of thumbs up, maybe I'll do a version 2.0. There's so many different designs out there. People have gotten very creative with these. And I don't know, maybe we'll try something like that if you guys are interested in it. So if you are, give it a thumbs up. If I see a ton of thumbs up on this, then we'll go ahead and do another video. All right, so that's enough from me. That's the TurboForce Air Cooler AC. I hope you guys like this video. Hey, I'll put all the stuff down below that you need to find just to make this. And yeah, go check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!